2 months ago, my girlfriend was attacked in a park. She refused to involve the police or seek medical help. I couldn't force her, so I stayed silent, just being there, holding space while she unraveled. She's battled depression before, but this plunged her into a darkness deeper than ever. She stopped eating, lost sleep, woke in terror, sometimes just staring blankly, miles away. I tried to be her anchor, but often I felt helpless. Then came the shock. She was pregnant. I'd been away on work when it happened, so the baby isn't mine. She's certain it's from the attacker. Seeing that positive test crushed us. The pregnancy wasn't a new life. It was a living scar. She felt suffocated, haunted by what she couldn't escape. We faced the hardest conversation of our lives. She's deeply religious. At first, abortion seemed like the only way to reclaim her life. But after a talk with her mother, everything shifted. Her mother called abortion a sin so grave it would haunt her forever. She insisted she keep the child, no exceptions. Watching her torn between faith and trauma broke me. I told her bluntly, I can't raise this child, a constant reminder of that night. She begged me not to walk away, but I had to be clear. If she keeps the baby, I'm gone. If she ends the pregnancy, I'll stay. She was caught between impossible choices. She wanted neither, so I ended it. Update. Days after I left, she called me, tears raw, begging me to listen. She reached out to her mother again, seeking support, but got nothing but harsh judgment. Her mother said if she went through with abortion, she'd disown her. The ultimatum crushed her spirit. Alone, trapped between her pain and her mother's wrath, she sent a final text saying she planned to abort, hoping for understanding, mercy, anything. Instead, she was blocked, cut off by the one person she trusted most. Then she called me. I don't know if I did the right thing. I sat down with my girlfriend, and we openly discussed everything. We agreed completely. There was no manipulation. From my side, we revisited the entire situation, from the assault to the pressure she faced from her mother. She told me my firm stance helped her gain clarity. Without that, she might have kept a child tied to her darkest memories. Those were her exact words. She shared how grateful she was for my support during such a heartbreaking decision. She acknowledged it was the best choice for both of us. She even said I'm the most important person in her life right now. Hearing that broke me. I love her deeply, and seeing her suffer has been unbearable. Honestly, part of me would have stayed, raised the baby alongside her, even knowing resentment would quietly grow. The thought of losing her was unbearable. I made the initial post seeking validation. I needed to know I wasn't cruel for setting clear boundaries. The overwhelming encouragement from others helped me see that standing firm was the right move. It protects our future and helps her heal. And honestly, anyone who puts religion ahead of their own child, absolutely insane. To address some points from the last thread, she did not cheat. We know each other's routines well, and friends can vouch for us. Plus, her roommate took photos after the attack. It wasn't some consensual rough play as some suggested. If you think abortion is murder, then step up. Help raise the child, financially support us, or hire someone to care for her during pregnancy. Otherwise, keep your judgment to yourself. Initially, she wanted to keep the baby, likely influenced by her mother. Thanks to everyone who supported my decision. It was hard, but it turned out for the best. And for those calling me a baby killer, what I do for fun has no bearing here. Latest update. Saturday, 2 cops showed up at my door. My chest tightened immediately. They wanted to speak to my girlfriend. She came out looking frightened and disoriented. One officer stayed with her in the living room. The other took me aside, questioning me about when she arrived, if she'd been in contact with anyone else, or left the house. I answered calmly, but felt my anxiety spike. When I asked what this was about, they said someone reported concerns for her safety but refused to disclose who. After they left, she broke down. The officers had asked if she was in danger or being abused. She denied it, but the interrogation shook her deeply. It turns out her mother made the call, accusing me of abuse. The betrayal hit me like a gut punch. My girlfriend was caught between loyalty to her mom and facing the truth. I was furious. I told her I would press charges, harassment, or whatever it takes to hold her accountable. She pleaded with me not to, convinced it would blow over. Really. She sent the cops to try to get me arrested. I could lose my job, my life, everything because of her lies. If it happens again, I won't hesitate to take legal action. The next day, my girlfriend called her mom to ask her to stop. After 2 minutes, I heard her crying. I grabbed the phone and told her, "You're a disgrace as a mother," then hung up. She had threatened my girlfriend, saying if she went through with the abortion, she'd be cut off. No mother, no brother, not even her late father, who, by the way, was a violent alcoholic. I told my girlfriend, "If you're going to hell, save me a spot. We'll be warm together." She smiled through her tears. Her smile always gives me hope. What should I do? About her mom? I know my words will cause a reaction. This will be my final update. A few weeks ago, my girlfriend underwent an abortion. Prior to the procedure, she met with a counselor and consulted a nurse to explore her reasons. She was also screened for STIs and received a clean bill of health. Once cleared, she proceeded with a surgical abortion, a vacuum aspiration to terminate the pregnancy. She described the experience as mostly pain-free and was discharged within a few hours. But when she returned home, the floodgates broke open. Tears streamed down her face, an overwhelming mix of sorrow and relief. I held her tightly, feeling the intensity of her grief and release with every shuddering breath. She told me the weight she had been carrying, the burden of the pregnancy, and the lingering trauma of the assault, had finally lifted. For the first time in months, I noticed a spark of hope in her eyes. She said she could finally exhale, that the darkness of that dreadful night was beginning to fade. This was the first step on the path to healing. Although we knew the journey ahead would be long, this moment marked a breakthrough. We took a week off work to be together, to absorb everything, to heal. Yesterday we went camping. Of course it rained, our luck as always, but even the storm couldn't dampen our spirits. We nestled inside the tent, listening to the rain tapping overhead, a comforting contrast to the turmoil we'd endured. While there, she shared her struggles, the pain, the despair, the times she felt she might break. Yet, she also spoke of relief, of newfound resilience. She said, "Despite everything, I'm emerging stronger." She inspires me. In that small tent, sheltered from the storm, it felt like nothing could break us. Update about her mother. My girlfriend's mother called, demanding to know if she had gone through with the abortion. We have a rule. If her mom calls, hang up or pass the phone to me. But this time, my girlfriend answered reflexively and froze when she heard her mother's voice. She looked at me, panic wide in her eyes, and wordlessly handed me the phone. Her mother immediately erupted into a tirade, insisting on answers. I told her the procedure was successful. Without missing a beat, she unleashed a stream of vile curses. I let her vent for a moment, a faint smirk creeping over my face at the sheer absurdity. When she paused, I replied coolly, "How very Christian of you," then ended the call. My girlfriend wasn't amused. The silence that followed was thick, but felt like a small victory. She glanced at me, gratitude and relief softening her features. We knew her mother wouldn't accept it, but standing firm felt like reclaiming control. To anyone facing this, I wish you strength. And if you think about sending hateful messages, remember, I've lived it.